Welcome back, guys, here to another video detailing the berry. So we just got the Impala painted, as you guys seen on my previous video. So now that that was set, we basically are going to be polishing up, doing a lighter pass around the doors, just since we didn't polish that at where we had it at. So we're going to be just polishing both of the fenders, both of the doors, the four doors, I should say. And then we're just gonna inspection a couple areas that maybe just need a little bit of compound and stuff, and then just get everything looking nice and clean. So we're gonna basically start off with the polisher and just basically show you guys how to polish it if you're new to polishing, so that way you could basically learn and just go on from there. Alright guys, so as you can see, we got all these swirl marks along the doors. I would say both of them. Yeah, this side's less, so this side just needs a lighter polish. But basically, these doors, we're gonna basically polish these out and get these looking nice and clean. And then the fenders, same thing. Something not too bad, slightly. And then basically, the hood, once again, something lightly, not too bad. Most of that is pretty much good since we basically buffed it at our school. But I like to use the torch polisher. I had a new pad on there, so that way everything is nice and clean. And then we're going to be using our V34 in here, and then we'll be using maybe VSS for maybe the lighter spots since it's not too bad. But we're basically going to get started here. So the car is clean already. So there's just kind of a little bit of water spots and stuff, but as you guys can see here, we have chrome trimming around here. So what I'm gonna basically do, I'm not gonna tape it, just because I know I'm gonna be careful and not try to hit those spots. Also, like the mirrors, we're not gonna try to hit those spots. So I'm just basically gonna stay above here. And then when I get here, I'm not gonna point it up. I'm gonna kind of go sideways here. So then what you're gonna basically wanna do, shake up your product, get everything nice and mixed here. I did get another one of these since this one is kind of empty, so just in case if it was to run out. But what you mostly just need is a couple of dots, just 4 dots here. And then after you get those 4 dots applied on there, you're gonna take some, they call it pad conditioner. So then it's just literally a mist. So just spray 2 mists on there. And then after you got that there, we're gonna basically be working half of this door panel here. Or I should say door, instead of door panel, because the door panel's in the inside. So then, now that we got this set already here, we're gonna go to your lowest speed setting, so that way nothing flies all over the place and doesn't get crazy. And then towards the end here, we got some new clean microfiber towels, just so that way we don't scratch or harm the paint and cause any scratches and all that. So we're gonna basically start here in speed setting 1. I'm gonna kind of just do a time lapse basically around the whole car, since you guys just basically already know. But basically, you're gonna turn it up to speed setting 1, and then just go 50-50 overlaps, and then turn it up to speed setting. The highest for this one is 6. And then just basically go from there. So you guys are gonna see me doing up and down patterns and all that, and then just basically working around the car, and then just kind of also inspectioning it, making sure that it looks good and all that. So we're gonna work from this side towards the back of the car, towards that back door, and then just basically go from there. Alright guys, so here we started off on the other side. As you see, I don't hit the mirror, I just kind of stay in my spot. And then I kind of added that water to the pad, so that way it kind of lubricates and then it just kind of works better. But then I basically did 2 passes here, but this is like just the first pass. I kind of just split the door half and half, and then just basically worked my way from the one side to the next. And then basically after each pass, after that pass, I went to go ahead and grab my light and then just kind of just inspection it, and then just basically see the swirls and kind of the results we're getting. And then here, this is basically going to be my second pass here. I kind of hadn't polished in a while, so it kind of helped me out here, but we kind of just learn as we go. So that second pass, we made sure to get a nice good coats and then just leave it nice and clean. And then after this part, and then I'm gonna be hitting that other side, my bad, on that other part of the door. And then basically after that, you're just gonna wipe it's clean. But as you see, I go in the cross edge pattern, go up and down and then side to side to make sure you get full coverage, and then 50% overlaps, so that way you get the better results. So I'm gonna show you guys these results for right now. Alright guys, so just super quick here on that second pass, as you guys can see, we basically got, there's hardly any. Just that on camera you can see that there's more. And then over here by the store handle, you can see that's where there's still a lot, because I basically did it from about right here to this way. So then you can see the big difference right there. There's a lot of swirls right there. And then as we basically get over here, it basically looks like a mirror. And then over here, the same thing. I only did one pass on this side, I'm pretty sure I did. Yeah, one pass on this side. So that's why you can still kind of see those swirls. So we're gonna hit it with the second pass on this side, and then another 2 passes on this side, which should be pretty quick. I just had to move the polisher fast so that way you don't burn through the clear coat standing on one spot. But as you guys can see, the reflection is insane. Same with the whole car, basically. It's insane. We basically painted those quarter panels, and then same thing with the other side, the trunk, and then the bumper. If you haven't checked out that video, make sure to check it out, but let's continue polishing. So we went ahead and kind of did a second pass. I know I did say earlier that I did a second pass on there, but it actually kind of didn't, towards like the middle of the door, so in between where I kind of split it in half so I could get that even coverage. But I try to go to the more of the edge here to make sure I actually get it fully. So now I just basically checked my results and then just basically moved to that litter spot that I was talking about earlier. So nice, quick and easy. And then just basically kind of moved quicker there since it was a smaller area. And then once again, just kind of inspection your own work. And then right there, as you see, I am just hitting it once again. And then I kind of came a little bit closer to where I kind of split it, so that way I made sure I got the even coverage. And then not try to hit the door handle there, just to not get compound in there. And then I just basically moved around the back of the door there. And then soon I will just basically be explaining how to basically just clean your pads after they get kind of full of compound, and then compound kind of starts flinging to the back of the car or kind of all over the car. And then just always inspection your work as you go, so that way you know if either your pad needs to be cleaned to get better results, or if you need to hit it more aggressively, or just basically doing more passes. So our pad basically got full of compound and stuff. So to get better results as we go, I'm gonna go super quick and then just basically rinse it out, take it out, Velcro it off, and then just basically once I'm done washing it, I'm gonna put it back on here. You guys will probably see me somewhere over here, but I'll probably record once I'm back. But I usually just kind of like to spin it off, so that way all that water kind of comes off. But super quick before, because I'm gonna just basically just try to do the rest and try not to kind of stop. But as you guys see here, basically no swirls. I would say probably the middle side needs a little bit more. But as you guys see, we're getting the results that we basically want. And then over here where we did it at school, there's really hardly any. We just wanted to polish out this side, and then the fender I'll probably do next after I'm done with the door here. And then we'll probably end up pulling the car out somewhat, and then just any little more spots that maybe need to be polished. Kinda, it's hard to see, but there's kind of like a spot right here. We're just gonna basically finish that off and then get this car cleaned up since it already looks really good. But just super quick, let me just kind of show you guys around. But that's basically the car. There's kind of some dust just from either the compound or basically just from the garage and stuff, just because it kind of does get dirty. But as you guys could basically see now, real quick, just want to show you guys the reflection is basically insane, like a mirror. You can even tell. It just looks beautiful, amazing. And then whenever you look down the car, like from my point of view, I really don't see no scratches. The only spot where I would see scratches is probably up here by the door handle, which I can't get to, but it's all right. But other than that, it looks really good. So I'm gonna wash my pad and then we'll get back to the video. So I went ahead and did the fender, same thing. I kind of split it, and then always be kind of careful with your body lines, just so you don't kind of damage the clear coat or any other things like that. But I basically just stayed on the bottom and then kind of just jumped it to the other side. But then after that part, I kind of just moved way more back. As you guys saw that thumbs up there, we got some good results. So we only did one pass on there since that one wasn't too bad. And then just basically from there, I'm gonna probably be pulling out the car, checking it out in the sun, and then I'm gonna hit the 2 doors just kind of off camera, just because it's kind of the same thing. And then you guys probably just don't want to sit around and hear me talking, since you guys already saw. Alright guys, so now that we basically got this side done, basically everything looks good. We're just gonna basically kind of pull it outside here, and then I'm gonna probably just do the front bumper, just a couple little touch-up spots, and then just work around and see if the other side needs to be worked on. And then I'm just gonna try to, since it's not too hot today, so I don't think the sun should affect the panels and stuff from like kind of overheating. That's why I'm kind of wearing a sweater, because it is kind of like chilly, but not too chilly. So then I'm gonna basically just back this thing up a little bit, and then check the other side, and then just basically keep filming and then just keep talking. All right guys, so I'm gonna basically be just doing this side. I'm not sure if you guys could tell, but in person this just looks very dull. So I'll just basically be doing this side, and then there's still quite some swirls. And then as you guys can see with the sun, it's kind of hard to tell, but in person you can see them more. And then there's just a whole bunch of scratches, so I'm just trying to see if I could eliminate some of these and then just basically go from there. Alright guys, so as you see here, the finished product, it literally looks like glass. You can't even tell the difference. I know there is kind of some, not really like buff marks or anything, but like the trunk and the hood we did at school, so that's kind of probably why it looks like that. But that's why I kind of like using my dual action polisher, just because it kind of leaves those better results. As you see that fender there, it literally looks perfect. And then the hood, there's a little bit of swirls just because we kind of used the bigger polisher that we have at school, but it's kind of just all learning experience. You get better as you go, so I really don't have a lot of practice with that, but you just gotta learn as you go. But as you see there, those doors, they look like a mirror. And then same thing with that fender there. And then just the car turned out amazing. That Impala SS looks beautiful now. And then we just got some amazing results. Hopefully you guys enjoyed today's video. I kind of deleted the outro, so I'm kind of making it right now while I'm kind of editing and stuff. But all the links to all the products that we use while polishing that Impala, they're going to be down in the description down below. But other than that, leave a comment down below for any futuristic videos, and then hit that like button and subscribe for more content.